Hey, what's up? It's Tiffany. Before we get started on this week's episode, please be sure to send us your requests at BooShakalakapodcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BooShakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BooShakalakapodcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Booshakalaka Podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany. I can't even get started with my introductions. They're already cutting me off. And I am joined with my co-host, Pierre.
Let me remind you that if I had to, I wouldn't have a problem cutting both their throats.
Eating food and cutting their throats. I got nothing. Anything, Jay?
I don't know this one. This
Savages.
is a good one. Never seen it.
What is Savages?
It's like a cartel, like Selma
Taylor
Hayek.
Kirsch?
Selma Hayek.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Taylor Kirsch. No.
Taylor Kirsch. Yeah, he was.
It sound real white.
It was well.
Today's movie was real black. We're gonna get to it. God bless. Oh.
Well, wait. And we're joined with our special guest Jay, who is taking over now. We don't need introductions. We don't need
Dead Heist, a movie in 2007.
Stop it! Stop it!
Jacket
and Echo Unlimited.
It's a nasty.
Oh yeah. And Crunk Juice.
A nasty movie.
I'm so mad at you.
Please.
I'm so mad at you.
The synopsis.
All, you told me.
Can I read the synopsis? Can I read the synopsis?
Go ahead. I'm about to get in your ass. There is no synopsis. Don't lie. You made this shit up.
Four friends. Let me change it. Four homies plan a perfect small town bank heist, but choose the wrong night. Their plans go horribly wrong when vampiric zombies attack the town and trap them in the bank. Can they escape with the money and their lives?
Oh, bullshit. You told me this movie was available on YouTube and Tubi. So I went for YouTube. Why is it available on Amazon Prime? Because that YouTube version was terrible. The sound was going in and out.
Okay, because first off, when I recommended that you watch the movie, which was 2 weeks ago, it was not available on Amazon Prime. So don't even.
Well, I'm not the one. I needed it fresh.
I'm not doing data entry at Prime Video. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna add to their lineup. So don't do that.
I needed it fresh. Ooh, that looks good. I don't know. I haven't had a dark
people's beds today.
What's had a dark drink in a while. It looks like a root beer.
No, they don't have any barks here.
Just like Texas with that bullshit. Some A&W. But so
barks has bite.
We start this.
So let me just preface this. I have been recommending Jay. How long have I been recommending this movie to you? Has it been like 2, 3, 4, 2020? I think
2020 off the top since we first crossed paths virtually. Hey, you watched Dead Heist yet? No, fuck no, never. But I had to do it, and you are a sick woman. Why? What? This is an insane movie. And Amazon has no shame for putting this bullshit on Prime.
Because it probably was free. It had to have been free.
You thought we were paying for this? Like, no.
What y'all got in the $5 Walmart bin?
Walmart wouldn't even have this movie. Don't do that.
This would be like a 10-pack. It would be 10 movies in one, and Dead Heist would be one of them.
Like,
so bad.
Well, so we start out the movie with we see an abandoned car in the woods, and we see somebody coming up surveying the car, and then we cut to this very ugly, unattractive couple driving along in an automobile. It's dark and they're lost, and the girl's like, "Yeah, we don't got no maps, no phone, no nothing. We lost out here." And then I had to think, "Oh shit, it is 2007." But I had a phone in 2007, so that was kind of weird.
I don't feel like they had maps though. I feel like it was. Were they that?
No, it was still MapQuest 2007, or it was a Garmin. Remember Garmin?
It was a Garmin. The Garmins were there. You had to have money, but yeah, they were there. They were around. Yeah,
they sucked because I had one. They sucked. They were fucking terrible. I drove around 285 in Atlanta I drove around the whole 285 twice one time fucking with a Garmin.
What's wrong with you?
But anywho, so he says that he is going to stop the first person they see.
I'm gonna stop the first person I see.
It don't matter who the fuck it is, and boop, it just so happens to be this white man running down the highway.
This is some sick shit.
She's like, why is the white woman being the voice of reason? She's like, no, I don't think this is the right one. Like the car is still fine. Let's just keep going. And he's like, nope. I said I'm gonna ask the next person, and I'm gonna ask it, bitch.
The
And
writing was terrible.
he slows down, and
Awful.
she gets yanked out of the damn window. And he's like, I can't remember her name. I think it was like Dawn or something. He's like, Dawn, Dawn, and he runs after her.
It was Kelly.
Kelly,
But
shit.
we not doing names and stuff. This
Oh
movie
yeah, I don't know
deserve
names.
remain
I know
you know
Hustle.
how-
cast.
No, I actually had to. So at the beginning of the movie, wait. So hold on. So he pulls Kelly into the woods. Then the guy runs after her, and he's gone, and that's it. Then we get the opening credits, and it reminds me of like the old
X-Files.
No. What's those movies called? From the 70s.
Blaxploitation.
Fine. Where they used to
Noir?
have the credits, where they used to have the opening credits, or they had the ending credits in the opening, where they show the characters and their names in the beginning of the movie. So we had
Okay.
those credits like that. So I had to go in because I used subtitles and nobody's fucking names were popping up. Do you guys even know who Malcolm or Trey are?
No.
Malcolm. I feel like I know Malcolm.
I know Hustle.
Right. So I had to get their name from the beginning, go to IMDb to get their characters' names.
Oh yeah.
So
it's
I
bad.
have their names. So anyway, so he's looking at the crime scene of the car. So we see the car that Kelly and Mr. Man were in, Dr. Umar were in, and it has blood
Girl.
all over it. And then they're like cleaning it up. And then we see like him having a montage of his police board where he has, the strings that connect
Yeah,
with the pins.
pins.
And he has a bunch of moon settings. And when he sees a full moon, he's circling it like circle. So we're like,
It should
okay,
be a
this
new
has-
moon, but okay.
This has something. He did it on a full moon. There's a lot of contradictory things in here. Yeah. So what you guys think about that opening? Was it scary?
Don't fuck with me right now.
We're not
Don't
doing
ask
that.
me
See,
questions.
okay.
You don't have the
Tiffany's
right.
on bullshit today.
Right.
I see what's
So-
going
Fine.
on.
This
We're
is
not
your,
doing this.
Fine.
This is your
Fine.
movie.
This
You-
is-
Okay,
No.
so we're in a strip club, and first thing we see is Bone Crusher. I used to love that fucking song. I used to love Never Scared.
But never scared. Yeah, that song was
Oh
hard.
my god,
That song
it's
was
a good
hard.
song.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm still
And-
fucking with crime because crime pays? No, that's
Huh?
wrong song. Never mind.
No,
Wrong
that
song.
ain't it.
Wrong
No,
song.
it's Never scared.
So
You-
I'm
Bone Crusher,
outside
yeah.
of the club, and he think I'm a punk.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So anyway, we see Axon. So in the beginning of the movie, they were calling him Axon, and in the end of the movie, they were calling him Jackson. And on IMDb, it says Axon. So I'm
Who
just
is
gonna go
that?
with
Who is
Jack.
this? Who is the actor playing?
I don't know his name.
Is he? Are you talking about the light skin guy?
I'm talking about the white guy.
Oh,
DJ
he's-
Naylor?
Was
Is
he
he
not?
white?
Oh, he's white.
I thought
He
was
looked white to me.
I thought he was
He was
Creole.
white. He was white
that's
Jace.
that's the thing with our community now. You know, they Creole when they.
He looked white to me, but anyway, he's in there getting a drink from the bartender with something that looks like
Fucking
Alizé
appletini.
Two martinis. Yeah.
Apple
Hell no,
teeny.
they're in the strip club. That was fucking Alizé and
It was in a
Incredible Hulk.
martini
Don't do
glass.
that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right.
Don't do
All
that.
right.
In a martini glass. And
Okay.
barely he's Bone Crusher's bodyguard, but he's been treated like the help. Bone Crusher's girlfriend's even cussing him out like, this isn't the drink I ordered. You need to go get me the right drink. And I mean,
ain't getting shit for you.
2007.
He was acting the hardest in this movie. He was trying to make it work. So I don't know where his acting career went after this, but he was trying.
But he had
yeah, but-
those glasses. It just
He
wasn't
just-
believable. Like
Mhm.
I'm
Ugh.
still stuck on her thinking he was white. So
He is white.
he does. There were
that
some
was a
parts
white
where
man.
that is
this
a
white man.
Creole man.
Okay, whatever.
From the Bronx.
That's-
You know
that's
what?
A white
I'm not-
man with a shape up.
A
Don't
Creole
do
man
that.
from the Bronx. Don't do that. Yeah. So Jackson is basically like, I want to get out of this life. So he goes to see Hustle, which is E40, aka Shakespeare, in this movie. So he
Can we talk about like the regional differences we got going on here? We've got down south Bone Crusher. We got Bay Area, whatever the fuck, E40. Then we're gonna get to our infamous New York legend who it's just a too much. And where's this town at?
it's in Florida.
Get the fuck. Wait, no, because he said he was from Miami.
They're in Miami. They're in Miami. So
I thought he said he was from Miami. So okay, so they went from Miami to another town in Florida.
Yes.
And the government. Okay.
Yes.
I wish you would just say DC.
You skipping too much. Skedaddle cattle. I have all the.
That's how they talk in this movie, by the way. They say shit like this.
Whistle dazzle.
So
I'm gonna take your top off.
I have it all. So he goes to see Hustle, and he's telling Hustle, "Man, I need to get out of the game. I can't do this no more." So Hustle says,
"He said, shut up, bitch.
Why you getting all loud and boisterous, talking big Bronco in a motherfucker's face?"
Like, you don't want your top to get taken off, do you? And I was like,
I take your top off. And then he's like,
"What the fuck are you talking about?"
But wait, this is my favorite one. Oh God, I hope I can do this without fucking up the words. He says, he's got to get out of the game. He don't want to do this no more. And he's like, Hustle's like, I helped you, man. It ain't that easy to get out, pimp. When you did your 4-5 calendar, as soon as you touched down on Florida soil, I put you in the game. I gave you a lifeline. I gave you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And I'm about my business, and I can't just let you cut it off like an umbilical cord, pimp.
Who wrote this shit?
My God, this is
E40 wrote this. Nobody wrote that for him.
There's no script. Yeah, there's no script. They just did it live. This is insane.
It's like he's speaking like he's Pootie Tang.
Why do you like this movie?
Because it's funny. No, I'm just like, I didn't like it.
Oh, then
Okay.
So this was for torture. Okay.
No, so I will say the first time I watched it, it was like, this is a mess. This is crazy. But like watching it again for this and having to actually pay attention, I was like, what did I do?
Right. Yeah, he didn't care.
So anywho, we meet the Block Boys. We have Bone, Ski, Malcolm, and Trey, and they
You're
all
lying.
tired of 100%. They're all tired of
Hustle.
dealing drugs. They're tired of hustle and dealing drugs. So Malcolm goes to his uncle and he's like, "Yeah, Unc, I need you to tell me about that bank heist story, that you
First
pulled
of all,
off."
he go to his uncle. His uncle like, "Get the fuck away from me." That was. Someone's like, "Damn, it's like, why you always think somebody want from you, Unc?" Meanwhile, he wants something. But,
Yeah. He wanted him to break down how he robbed banks, how he robbed 22 banks and only got caught on the last one.
God.
Anywho, so the guys
Greed.
are waiting for Malcolm at the malt shop, and he comes in and he's like, "Yeah, I got an idea for us to go rob a bank. My uncle told me about it. And it's not a regular bank; it's a holding depot, and which is a stacked spot for other banks where banks stash their stuff." He's like, "It's gonna be an easy 2 to 3 million, and we got to do it." And they're like, "Well, we ain't got no guns though." He's like, "Well, we got to go see Hustle." So here we go, E40 again. The best part of the movie is E40. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can kiss my ass.
Okay.
So they go to see a Hustle, and Hustle is filming a porno. And he's like, "More action. Yeah. Give me more. More.
All right,
Like,
I'm ready to kick
direction
some
is
ass
that?
at this point. He's
What is
garbage.
the direction?
Are you kidding me?
What is the direction? Yeah, give me more. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I literally.
I'm speechless. Look at you. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Look, maybe that was the direction he wanted. So it was like, okay. So they come. I don't understand this because, like, are they scared of him or not? Because they did come at him kind of boisterous. Because I was like, I didn't understand. Like, is he supposed to be like the top gangster? Is he supposed to be like Ice-T in Leprechaun in the Hood?
Well, they already work for him, right?
Yeah, but they're talking to him like they just
look. Because Ski is the voice of no reason. Ski is like, he has an idea and he's jumping on it immediately.
Who is Ski? Is that the one who looks like
the one
Olivia
that
Pope's daddy?
survives?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the main bad guy.
Is that not Olivia Pope's dad? Is that not him?
He does look like.
He looks exactly
What's my
like
man
that.
name? I love that
Joe
guy.
Morton.
Joe Morton.
So is
I
that
need to
not
go
him?
look.
Because he looks exactly
It's the right
like
character, but I don't know if he's Olivia Pope's daddy.
He looked like him in the face.
Yes, like the
I was thinking
nose,
the same thing.
everything.
Yeah.
Wow, you are so right. So but before that, Hustle's like, "All right, and cut." And he's like, "Oh, when'd you get into this?" There's a lot of yaper in that lesbian shit. And
And what the girl said, I ain't even know lesbian.
I ain't no lesbian. I like dick too, motherfucker.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with the script. We're about 30 minutes in, and there has not been any more
Because it was like poetic justice. It was like that scene in Poetic Justice that made no sense in the movie where she was like, "Oh, girl, when you kiss him, you eat my pussy too," and I'm like, it just didn't fit. I was like, what does it have to do with the movie?
I kind of understood that when she said that in Poetic Justice.
I just like, but that whole interaction, where did it come from?
Yeah, we can't try to make sense of this movie from scene to scene. It's just it's ridiculous.
There's I have notes. I have notes. Let me.
They're going to get guns.
Let me get through E40. Let me get through E40. Then you guys can just take it away and sweep it under the rug.
They stole this part from Sugar and Spice, by the way.
So he comes in and he's like, "Hey, Hustle. We got a big job." He's like, "How big is the job?" "It's real big." "All right, give me the 555-1212. Give me the detail."
And I was like, what is 411? What are y'all even talking about?
E40 makes up his own shit. You ain't from the Yay area. You don't know nothing about that. You ain't ghost riding a whip. You don't know.
Oh my God.
You don't know nothing about that. So he says, "So what do you need? Some AR-15, some Bin Laden, some Mini 14, some Ruger."
That's
some
not
thumpers?
real. I'm sorry. Bullshit. That's not real.
Well, you know, Jay, he knows all about guns.
I don't. But Bin Laden, I've never heard that before.
I've heard of Bin Laden referred to like a drug.
I've never heard no gun called no Bin Laden.
The Wire or something. But yeah, a gun. Bullshit. What is that, like a nuke? A plane? Like what are we talking about? Like,
because he already said AK. So I'm like, well, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You make sense of it, Tiffany. Make sense of
I'm not sure. And he also tells him, "Well, I don't really want to work with y'all because last time, McHenry went to jail and Droge lost his finger." And he's up there like his finger.
Well, fuck, he ain't got no trigger finger no more. Looking like Zach from Power Rangers.
Oh my God. Okay, so then he tells Ski, I'm gonna need a percentage. And he's like, "A percentage? Yeah, since I found out my big cousin in the music industry kicking their feet like they on fire and they doing they thug dizzle majigadalian and they and they ain't taking risks no more. They taking percentages. And that's what the fuck I'm gonna start doing."
They're so Caucasian right now. Like what?
So he tells him to name it. He's like, "Okay, what's the percentage? Name it." He's like, 20%. He's like, "What the fuck? You must be out of your damn mind." And it's like, how you gonna tell somebody to name it?
Right.
But 20%.
But see, that's again, they talking to him crazy. So I understood when he was like, "You better watch your mouth before I take your top off." Cause like, what the fuck you're literally asking for guns. Like that's like a big expense. It's not like
he actually said, you out of line talking dumb to a motherfucking player." So anyway, they agree on 10%, and the guys all heading to the town of Maysville, Florida. For some reason, they go to this hotel. I don't know why. I guess Hustle told them to meet him there.
Motel.
Oh, right. You're right. I'm sorry. Motel. So they go. It's probably by the hour. So they go in, and
they're in Schitt's Creek.
There's somebody. Oh my gosh. There's somebody sitting at the table, and they go in, and it guns blazing like. Were the guns already in their hands for them to be so fast? Like, they should be on the police squad because they moved so fast to Jackson, whatever the fuck his name is. And they are now pissed because Hustle sent Jackson as insurance, and it's going to be Jackson's last case, like he's a police officer. It's going to be his last job with him.
Right.
So they sit him in, and and Jackson is like, smart about it. He's like, "Okay, we're gonna go do the heist tomorrow. I'm gonna go and check out the bank, survey the premises.
I'm gonna open an account.
Open an account, find the exits." He's being smart. And Ski is like, "Well, this was all my idea, but actually it was Malcolm's idea because Malcolm wouldn't talk to Unc." But anyway, but Ski's like, "This is all my idea," so he's pissed about it. So Jackson's like, "Just stay here, and I'm gonna go and survey the premises," which is the smart thing to do. Why would you go into some place blind?
That's bank robber 101. You also made that interaction very kind because the way they was cussing each other out like dogs.
Yeah. He literally had a gun on his chest, like just resting there. Joe Morton did.
So do what you gotta do, brother. Like he acts like it's like he the only one seriously acting throughout this whole movie.
He was like dead ass with this whole like movie.
He was trying.
He was acting. What? I'm sorry.
So he go in his polo He go walking, and this part pissed me off. Like, I understand they're doing something bad, but this part pissed me off because he's literally just walking down the street. Here come
Come up with a nickname.
Here comes, I don't know, Stan the Man. I don't know.
Barney Fife.
I couldn't think of a racist name.
Yeah.
Here come Ryan Garcia talking about what you doing? What you doing here, boy? Like it was very much so. What you doing here, boy? Like,
it was super sundown townish aggressiveness.
Like, what you doing here? Where you came from?
Yeah.
Why you here? What kind of business you in? I'm like, he's just walking down the street. There's nothing suspicious about him besides his polo. And I was just like,
and maybe that jacket, because it might be hot out there.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's Florida, so I was giving him grace. Because
it's a leather jacket, isn't it?
I thought it was suede.
Okay, maybe.
So, he answers the cops' questions and he's just like, all right, like move around. And so he goes and tells his little fine, sexy little partner, he's like, oh, we got company. And I'm like, I just didn't think that maybe the most suspicious thing about him was because he didn't drive down the road. He was walking down the road. But I mean, that's what people do in towns like that. You go to the blocks and you peep.
He came from the hotel.
Yeah. So he makes his first stop.
He goes to Ammunition from Grand Theft Auto.
God damn it.
He goes in there and they're playing I can't think of one of the radio stations from there. Shit, that was gonna be good too.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be.
And he's just
afraid,
looking at random weapons.
No, he's looking at blades specifically, not
bear
guns,
hunting equipment,
just big ass knives.
And then this town is so damn nosy. So this black guy just looked like just surveying him because he wants some quick ass. And so he's like, hey brother, what you looking for?
Can we put some respect on Big Daddy Kane's name and not just say some black guy, this black guy? This is a legend.
In this movie,
Big Daddy. Here you
Big
go.
Daddy Blade. Big Daddy Blade.
Daddy Kane. That's Big Daddy Kane.
And who is this? I know exactly what you're talking about. That's old Alistair Kane. And who's this?
That's Big Daddy Kane. So he rolled up on him like, hey motherfucker, what you're looking at, sir? And so he's like, oh, that's a nice blade there. He's like, oh, but what did they say? But the handle got too much weight on it. He like, oh,
something about penetration.
Right. Oh yeah, that's for penetration. Again, he was trying to get some ass. He's like, oh, well, I hadn't
too much weight in the tip. Too much weight in the tip for my taste. It was a lot of
innuendos.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I didn't understand why. And so he's like,
it was weird. That was
but
weird.
This is what pisses me off. Because he's like, oh, I wouldn't know. What the fuck are you looking at the knife for, bitch? It's shit like that. Don't play with me. Because if you don't know, then what are you looking at the knife for? But how would you know it had too much weight in the tip if you don't gut people?
I don't know. I mean, I got a knife in my car. I never used it, but I might.
How do you gut someone? You take a knife and you slit them from the groin and sternum. So I just didn't understand why he didn't know that. And so he just gets super personal. Like he know this dude. He like, oh.
Were you in the military? Yeah. Go for it. I'm gonna assume not now.
Like he was acting. He was acting so hard.
But then he just changes his whole what are they called when men are batting heads? No, forget
pissing contest.
Yeah. So he cuts the pissing contest short and he's like, yeah. Well, if you have any plans for the day, I suggest you do them inside. Because it's a new moon. And this is the night they come out.
He was dead ass when he said it too. He was not playing.
I could call them zombies. But you wouldn't believe that.
I could call them
vampires. But you wouldn't believe that either. So they feast on blood, human blood, and then you turn into one of them. Bitch, so a vampire?
Okay, I see what's going on. You wrote this whole motherfucking script down. Because you are saying this shit verbatim. I don't like it. You gotta chill out, yo.
Because I knew you two weren't gonna take this seriously.
Because he was being super cryptic, and I hate cryptic. And also I don't like cryptic when you're not gonna tell me the whole story. But quite literally, he was so
I could call him a vampire.
But you wouldn't believe that. So bitch, what are you talking about? Like
I'm crying. Oh my
God. I started calling them vambies for vampire zombies because So Ski. So at this point, Ski is then hang up, ho. It wouldn't be.
This is a fun pod. Don't hang up. No.
Look, bye.
You know she don't. You know she can't. I hate for a toxic dude to come across you. Man, let's just break up then. All right. Like, what the fuck?
Why do you think I'm in the shoes that I'm in now?
Well, wait, hey, what do we?
Leos, we know that's what y'all do. Okay. Anywho,
August Leos, November Scorpios.
Yeah,
Don't
just
do it.
Yeah, well, just leave me there since I'm such a problem. Like,
I have a relationship question. Come on, let me throw a little random to the pod. What is the appropriate amount of time after talking with somebody?
You're in the wrong, Jay.
That you want to establish.
You're in the wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, the amount of time while you're talking to establish a relationship.
When do you say, hey, when do you take it to a next? What is like the arbitrary number for you?
I follow 3. I think 3s are good numbers. Yeah, 3s are a good number.
Okay, back to you guys. Kick it off. Sorry.
All right, where are you at? Month 4?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months is down. That's a good number right there.
3 months of busting it.
If let's rephrase that. If at month 3 everything is still going well, then you do it. If at month 3 you're like, I don't know, cut it short.
Mm-hmm. But by month 3 you should know. But if you just out here giving facials, then you're gonna have to like grow up.
Facials?
You're such a nasty.
Like what kind of facials?
What do you think?
I don't like how he acting like he doesn't know. Like
I don't know.
Boo-kaki. All right, so
Toast strudel.
All right, timestamps.
Toast.
Go ahead and put the timestamp down. Sorry.
I ain't cutting that out. I ain't got time for that. So Ski is like, all right, fuck this. We're gonna go now. We're gonna go to the bank now. We don't even know where the bank is. We don't know where the exits are. We don't know if the bank is still fucking open.
You don't know armed guards. You don't know anything. And that's
Nothing.
Almost like
they got the map from the granddaddy.
Oh, they got a map of the bank. That 13 years old.
Map.
13 years old.
They got the paper map.
They done did reconstruction and everything. They done added a wing. I'm like,
so I guess National Treasure.
What's the point? I'm guessing his point is we're gonna do it sooner, so we don't. I didn't understand his point. Like, so they have control.
No point in that. He does this more times throughout the movie. He does it again a little later. Just jump it. Like he's not even like thinking about it rationally. He has
the club is jumping. Ladies and gentlemen,
fuck out of here. That one didn't work.
I hate you.
Try again.
No.
So the other guys agree to it. They all get in a car, and we see them peel off. So Jackson is now walking with Deputy Kate. So after the other deputy left, Kate shows up, and I think she wants him bad. And they're just walking and talking, and they have things in common. It's like, oh, this is cute, but it's really not cute. But they want it to be cute. So they walk into the bank, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open up an account. And then we meet asshole Rich. Shouldn't he want him to open a bank account? Because she's like, hey, Rich, this is Jackson. And he's like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, yeah, I want to open up a bank account. He's like, okay, follow me. Like, bitch, where you about to post?
He said, after having a blessed day. He wasn't like an asshole.
I think Rich is a little racist.
I didn't get racy vibes.
I got very judgy then.
He just seemed, I don't know. I feel like the fucking bank rob the guy from guy from The Dark Knight was nicer than he was. But
I never seen that. So
whoa.
I don't want to just
whoa.
But we got a show to do. But I don't want to skip over that. But we got
The Dark Knight. Which one was that with the Joker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sorry. I have seen that one time.
You haven't seen the Bane one, right? Is that the one you?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I was born in the darkness.
And if I had it, what were you gonna do?
Shoot you, hang you. I don't know.
You gonna ghost dad and jump through the computer? What are you gonna do?
We were gonna cut it out of you.
Love that movie. God damn it, Ghost Dad.
Really?
Is a classic.
Have you watched it as an adult?
No, not as an adult, but as a kid, I love Ghost Dad. That was
go watch
awesome
it
movie.
as an adult. You'll hate it.
Okay.
We have a Ghost was good. We have a Ghost was good.
Short Circuit is fucking terrible.
Short Circuit 2. Loved it as a
Wait,
kid.
is that number Johnny Five?
Wildly racist. Wildly
number-
racist.
Are
Yeah,
you
that's
serious?
the
I
one.
love that movie. He's bleeding to death.
Dude, that guy's he's in brown face. The guy,
What?
yes, that's a white man in brown makeup. Playing like an Indian.
You think about Soul
Pakistani.
Man. You think about Soul
No,
Man.
I'm thinking of Short Circuit.
Short
That's
Circuit when he gets shot and he's bleeding to death. So
that
was
guy
not-
talking like that is a white man.
Oh
Wow. Just like the guy in this movie is a white man. Back to Dead Heist.
Stop.
Okay, he's light skinned.
He is white. That is a white gentleman.
He's like a few shades lighter than Jay.
Yeah, he's much. Oh, I'm not that light. I'm like a Tyson Nugget kind of brown.
Okay, so
I'm not that-
lie.
I have
just can't
never
stop
in
lying.
my life heard somebody compare their skin color to a fucking Tyson
I
nugget.
don't know what color brown
Let
I
me go
am.
to Walmart and grab some real quick and throw them in the grease. You talking about when they in the freezer before you put them in the grease?
No, I'm without the freezer dust. I'm
You're
a
such a
cook.
liar.
I'm a cook. What do you mean? Okay.
You look like Chris Brown. But anyway, so
I can't deal with chicken nuggets.
he's
Leo season. Let's go, baby.
he's over
All
there.
Coming
right,
up.
so Jackson's starting to open the bank account, and all of a sudden, blam! Ski come in,
Not
put him
blam.
up, put him up, put him up,
Not one
and,
more shit and blam. And so,
and these three idiots come in, and Bone is in the car. He the getaway driver, and they give me all the money, and Jackson looking like, you gotta be fucking kidding me,
right, you
Like,
dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Like
It's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So they roll up, they tell everybody, and they're smart because they know about the silent alarms, which I feel like they always address that in these robbery
Yeah.
movies. He's like,
Yeah.
don't touch that shit, bitch. He talking to that black woman so terribly, and he getting them all. They line them up, which they didn't do it properly because I feel like they should all be in a straight line. Nobody should be behind the counter still. Nobody they're really bad at this.
Did you get that from The Dark Knight too?
No, he got it from inside, man. Smarty. Pierre's like, why are you killing my man? He's explaining it correctly. This is some asshole. This is just the worst bank heist ever. They just came in there, no type of order. People are still behind their desk. They probably got the little foot button in most modern banks. What are we doing? They just
so
and how they know Rich was the bank manager?
Oh no, he asked who was the bank manager, and the black lady looked up at him.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, God damn.
She said, "I ain't going down for you."
quite literally,
Man.
And
What's
so
the procedure when a gun into your
they end
motherfucking
up-
head.
they end up actually getting the money from the safe. They get everything.
Can we talk about how the money was in the safe and them goddamn Scrooge McDuck bags of fucking money? I hate this fucking movie, man. I'm sorry for cursing, but god damn it.
I'm sorry for cursing.
This
They should have had the green dollar sign on.
yes, on the little. This is insane.
It's the Scrooge McDuck reference for me.
Oh man,
but
that
it was so. This is what I was confused about. Does Rich know about the zombies? Because the whole time they're asked, he's like, the minute they get him to go to the back, he's like, "My God, have mercy on their souls. God forgive them. They didn't know what they do." It was just,
he was just supposed to be an evangelical Christian working in Florida.
But I'm tracking
an
what Pierre's
evangelical
saying.
Christian working in Florida talking about, "Oh, you guys haven't heard of Allah?"
I did think Rich was like, "Oh shit, there's some evil spirit dust that can come out if I open this." He was giving that vibe.
Because how you talking about Farrakhan, but he's an evangelical Christian. But anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, so they get the money, they got the bags. Why didn't they go out the back door?
Because they didn't survey the building, or maybe they didn't look at the map.
They had a map.
On the...
Why did there has to be every business has two ways to get in, entrance and exit.
There are two doors to your house: the front door and the patio doors.
Why did they not go out the back door? The car was parked in the front of the bank.
Like the
getaway
very front
car.
of the bank. The
front, like you drop somebody off to run to the ATM real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Stoney used to park the car in front of the bank and set it off.
That's why that bitch died. So anyway, or that's why everybody else died. So, oh, I hated that fucking movie. Like those were the worst disguises ever.
That was
Those were the
fucking
worst
movie.
disguises ever.
Shut your ass up, bitch! And then
Great movie.
So anywho,
you remember when she was pretending to be a hostage?
So during the time they're getting all the money, Kate actually runs over and trips the silent alarm. So the cops are like, "Oh, I guess we'll go check it out again." So they go over there, and Deputy Duff, this guy came from Wikipedia. Deputy Duff shows up, and he's knocking on the door, and he's like, "Hey, hi, can't see in there. What's going on? Hi."
Wait, did we get to the silent alarm already? Did you talk about that? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they end up shooting Deputy Duff. Deputy Duff's body splashes all over the getaway car. Bones said, "Fuck this," and drives the hell off.
The realest shit ever. Because why are y'all still in there? The minute you killed the cop, that one cop, you should have hauled ass. Like I would have been like, all right, let's get out of here.
I would have used the body as a shield.
He flew the fuck back. And so they get back up in there and they're like, who tripped the silent alarm? And it's like, she knows she did it, but she looks at him. She looks at the old man. That's why I was mad that she got mad. Cause like she looks at the old man and then they blam his ass. And then she's like, oh my God, you get it. And I'm like, why'd you look at him then?
Right. You're supposed to be looking down at the ground. You should have looked at Rich. So now the bank is surrounded by the cops because these fools did not leave the fucking bank. Mm-hmm. And now for some reason they've all taken off their masks.
I didn't understand this part.
Yes.
That was like, we gotta let you know. We gotta let y'all. We gotta let the casting directors know who we are so they can cast us in more bullshit.
You know that's not gonna happen. And so the police are outside. They're like, okay, we got a hostage situation. Let's give them a call. They call. Mm-hmm. Kate picks up the phone. She's like, hello, and he's like, yeah, let me speak to the Negroes. So they give the phone to Ski, and Ski's like, yeah, what's up? He's like, all right.
I had to.
Perfect time.
Don't bring that propaganda here.
I had to.
So they talk to Ski, and Ski's like, yeah, so how we gonna get up? We want to get up out of here. And the guy's like,
quite
okay,
literally,
let the hostages go, leave the money, and y'all can leave.
I ain't leaving no motherfucking money, bitch.
Well, no problem. And he looked at everybody. He's like, y'all want to leave without the money? Hell no. So they're like, yeah, we ain't doing that shit. And they stay in the fucking bank. What would you have done? I think I probably would have left.
As in without the money?
They had the money. They had some money. But I would have just went out the back.
I would have been in this situation. I would have
after the shooting of the cops.
There are ways to rob a bank. First of all, y'all were in the bank too fucking long. Like it's supposed to be a quick like.
But right when they shot the cop, they should have just went out behind him or bum rushed his ass.
Yes,
right.
I mean, he did peel off, but I don't know what they would have done about that. But I just feel like, at the very least, I would have had no. I would have had the gun on the cop. Like he's at the door. I would have put the gun on him. I would have, said, all right, come on, y'all. And then if I would have had to kill him then, or shoved him inside the building, like there was a way to get around one cop.
Right.
They made it seem like they didn't have to kill him. And then I would have peeled off. But
yeah, this fool wasn't thinking about anything. He just was like, it's my money and I need it now. I have an annuity and I need cash now. So anyway, they don't agree to it, but the cops have like the absolute best idea. So the cops are just talking to each other outside and he's like, how about we just let them go? Let's just let them go. They get 10 miles down the road and we'll let the state police deal with them. Fuck that. They get in the car and they think they're getting away with everything and they get them. And the other cop is like, no, they killed people. They killed Charlie. They killed Charlie over there. And, so they don't want to do that. And I'm just like, at this point, let the other cops deal with it. You just said we don't have enough manpower, even though only one person got shot. How do they not know if they have enough manpower? How do they not know if they have enough guns?
Because people off.
I don't know, but they're not compromising. And then this is the time I looked down to the playtime and I said, it's been 43 fucking minutes and I haven't seen a fucking zombie.
I did the same thing. I'm like, yo, this shit about to wrap up.
The sun had to go down.
But still, it's not a long movie. and they
No.
not getting to anything. I'm like, yo, what's good? What's
No.
going on?
Not at all. So nightfall comes and we see Big Daddy Blade suiting up, and there's a bunch of people breathing heavy, running, and then it's like
Cat dog. Cat dog.
Hated that song.
Hated
that show. God, I hate that show. And you know what? I'm thinking about Cow and Chicken. So
I was about to say, yeah, cat dog is great.
Cow. Chicken.
Mama
You didn't
had
like
chicken.
that. You didn't like that
Mama
naked
had a
red
cow.
man. You didn't like
I hated everything about Cow and Chicken. Oh my God, I hate that fucking show. So it's now nightfall, and then the cops are outside and they're talking to each other, and then all of a sudden it's Night of the Living Dead. People are jumping over cars, they're biting, and they're biting, and
we gotta pick up old boy. He what is he getting? Is he just buying some liquor? I don't understand why he stopped at the store. Maybe he's getting gas.
Yeah,
he
so
was
Bone
calling Hustle.
Oh my God. Bone pulls up to the gas station and is using a fucking squeegee to get blood off the windows. A squeegee.
Was that not a good idea? It was
no.
working.
You need a.
It's practical. It's efficient. Yeah.
Did you want him to go through the car wash like Beverly Sutphin?
You know what? He cleaned it like a man would clean it, half-assed.
Whoa.
What was he supposed to do?
I won't stand for any of this misandry-ish bullshit. Like, what do you mean how a man would clean it? He cleaned it like anybody would with a squeegee. You just
make the sound again.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure, Jan. So yeah, he calls Hustle and he's like, yeah, Hustle, I got the fuck up out of there. He squeegees like, yeah. He's like, all right, so
wait, hey.
He said, he's like,
hey, what is that? No, what are you doing?
I'm squeegeeing.
I don't know what this is.
Hustle.
It's called
they killed a
weaponized
cop.
incompetence.
And couple
That's what it's
like, them motherfuckers killed a cop. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, okay, well, where everybody else at? He's like, I don't know, I got up out of there. You left everybody at the fucking bank. He's like, yeah, I had to get up out of there. I don't know what to do. So he goes into the gas station and nobody's there. So he takes the money out of the register, of course, a magazine and 2 Slim Jims. You know, that's just what he needed to tide him over to.
Why did you say that? I want some gummy worms, bro.
Terrible. So he's just asking around like, hello, who's there? And then we see people, the zombies running in. They run into the gas station. They bite him to death. He did. He needed to die because he had no heart for leaving his boys like that. If he would have waited 2 seconds, he could have got him. Huh? Question?
They're supposed to they feed on human blood, but they were biting like zombies don't feed on human blood. They eat flesh. Vampires feed on human blood. I didn't see them sucking.
They're vambies. So you got to take both the lore, put it in a blender, just
it's not a blender.
Because it's so convoluted. Here you are.
Can we just establish for the listening audience and that this is the worst zombie makeup ever? They just look like human beings. There's no.
You said makeup. Where was the makeup?
There was the black zombie in the convenience store had a little paleness to him, but they're just human beings.
I need to know the budget.
No, you don't, because I'm sure it was $1,000.
Yeah, can we please? Maybe I can.
It was $1,000.
I'll look that up. Let me find that.
It's $1,000.
$250K.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You're a damn lie. That must have just been to the actors.
We can make this movie. We can do this.
Tiffany's lazy. You're muted. You're muted, Tiffany.
My favorite. I saw it. Now I gotta go edit it. Damn you. My favorite Chris Rock joke, even though he's not funny, was at the 1999 Video Music Awards, VMAs.
Ew.
You know, nobody wants to see them anymore.
Born then.
What's your birthday?
He was born.
2000.
2000.
He was 1990. He was born in 1990.
2000. I don't know. Just yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do this. 34 this year. 34.
Grandma.
Okay, 34. Okay, you're not that.
I have known you since you were 9 years old.
Grandma.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
She was so much nicer back then, Jay.
So
nice.
Yeah, no, that's just because everybody else was mean. So Chris Rock said Chris Rock said the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project. You know the Blair Witch Project was made with $100,000. Somebody walk around here with with $95,000 in their pocket, something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said.
Quite literally.
There's no way in hell.
Quite literally. You know they're about to do a sequel to that.
The Blair
We
Witch
don't
Project
want
again?
it.
Yeah.
No.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the first. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, those movies were trash.
I walked out of the movie theater on the first one.
Oh, I love that.
You love that I walked out?
Yeah. I haven't done that since Bullwinkle and Heisman.
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Oh, what did I say? What did I say?
I don't know.
Heisman?
Bullwinkle and Heisman? That sounds like a porno, Pierre. Chill out. What are you...
There's only been 2 movies I've ever walked out of the theaters.
Bullwinkle and Heisman.
Come back, baby, come back.
I don't understand why I'm getting attacked.
What have you walked out of the movies on, except for Rocky and Bullwinkle?
That's it, because I usually stay for the movie, even if it's bad. Because I no movie has just been that terrible.
What about you, Jay?
I've never walked out on a movie. Like I've never gone to the movie theater and seen something so god awful that I need to just get up and walk out.
But I don't. So let me
rephrase. I've paid for a movie, like a digital movie, and I was like, holy shit, this is just the worst thing I've ever seen. It was
House at the End of the Street.
It was the Third Crow. It was like the Crow Salvation or something. But yeah, I've never walked out of a movie. That's a bit extreme, I feel like.
Are we excited for the Crow reboot?
When I tell you mine, you'll understand.
Fuck no.
So Blair Witch Project, once they found the guy standing in the corner, that's when I walked out of the movies. So it was almost over.
Okay.
But
the twist?
Because I was like, this is fucking stupid. It wasn't a twist. We knew it was going to happen. So the only other movie I walked out of the theater, I don't even know why I went to the theater to see it, was Passion of the Christ. It was too much. I couldn't handle it.
Really?
So I couldn't handle it.
Violent for you? Okay.
So I went to the front and I asked for a refund.
Wait a minute. They were like, this atheist. Passion, really? The movies you have seen, that was too much for you?
Mm-hmm. Well, think about when it came out. I'd probably be fine watching it now, but it came out, I was maybe 18.
You've seen like gore and shit like that.
I guess I wasn't soiled enough till like Hostel or something came out.
Yeah, I was a kid and I just was like...
Hostel was nuts.
I was like, why are we watching this?
I went on a first date to see Hostel. Do you know how awkward that was?
First of all, movie theaters for a first date is just like...
The reason movies work as a first date is because it's an icebreaker. You watch the movie, then you go out to eat, and then you discuss the movie. That way you have something to talk about.
What if I don't want to go out to eat with the chick afterwards? What if it's just a little dinner? Like it's like a movie and pop. That's it.
So you don't mention the dinner after the movie. You're like, this was a great movie, deuces. But if you want to continue the date, that's when you say, hey, you want to go grab a bite? You want to go grab a drink? Blah, 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 blah.
Come on. I feel like you do first date, you do something chill. You go to the bar or something. And it was let's keep this going.
This was 2006 and I was living in Mississippi. We didn't have that shit you had over there in the DMV. Or in Virginia Beach. There was nothing there. We barely had an Olive Garden. So
oh God. Are you about to fucking throw up?
Yo, Jay gonna get his balloon popped.
I'm gonna they gonna pop my That's fucked up, man. They be doing some good dudes dirty on that balloon pop.
It just seemed like you don't give effort.
The same for the women. I hate the ones where they're like, I don't like what you're wearing. It's
one
like
of them
was like
outfit. He just had his shit together too much. I had to pop it. It's getting out of control.
What?
That's like the dude who said, you just look too expensive for me, like a black Barbie. But that's realistic. If you don't think you got it like that.
Well, yeah, it's been said that people like on dating apps, when they swipe, if someone is like really, really attractive, they'll swipe left on them because they'll think that that person is not going to be into them. Like really attractive.
I can see that.
Okay, so when they get back in, the robbers are trying to think of a plan of what to do, but they literally have
nothing. And like
because guess why? They didn't survey the fucking premises.
Yeah, and so they arguing with Jackson. This is when like what Kate?
Yeah.
Kate realizes that they know him because they're like, hey, you want to leave with us? She's like, oh, you know them? And which I was like, I wish they would have just played it off a little bit better, but I guess she did have to find out eventually. But they just arguing back and forth, and it's like, y'all so dumb. Y'all didn't even think this through. Like, it's just, his acting was
so he sat there and he's like, if Bone would have just waited, for us. And then Jackson's like, yeah, bitch, Bone should have waited like you should have waited the next day to rob the bank. And it was so real. Like the realest, other than E40, that was
why did he take his shirt off?
I don't know.
Maybe I missed that part. No, I thought I missed something because I was like, but I didn't want to rewind it because I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it to myself.
I guess the aliens cut the power. Aliens. What? I guess the zombies cut the.
Well, why did he take his shirt off? Oh, because he's the only one who took his shirt off.
Because he had to twist it around his head and spin it like a helicopter. That song came out when I graduated high school.
Don't talk about North Carolina. We don't want to offend anybody.
And they don't want to call for help, even though they should be calling for help. They should be calling, whoever, because they want to keep the money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking out the window, and all of a sudden, Big Daddy Blade is out there flipping, shooting, jumping, shooting, diving. I mean, he's doing everything. Pow, pow, pow.
Twist it.
Turn it.
Pull it.
He getting his Lara Croft on out there.
This was pissing me off.
Ass.
I don't like in movies when they have gunfire and it's just a sound. Because I'm like, you're not really shooting these people.
They had a shell pop back at least.
Yeah.
That was somebody throwing a Tic Tac. Don't play with me.
What?
Like
I never seen a black Tic Tac. It may have been a jelly bean, a black jelly bean. So Jackson lets him in, and he comes in and he's like, y'all set up a perimeter. And they're like, for what? We don't know what's going on.
I hate this movie.
It's just like he's like, hey, this is the guy I was telling you about. But hey, who the fuck are you? Like, it's like, he was like acting like he just knew this guy was, and then he like, but I got some questions. Like, nigga, what the
He said, these things outside, they've been slowly traveling south. I was in a lab working with blood. I was working trying to make artificial blood to use during wartime. What the fuck do you mean artificial blood?
Wartime. Look, that True Blood, like quite literally, synthetic blood.
Compound V, anything like that. The experimental strand,
Raccoon City,
did something, and then now
they magically got out, and they got my wife.
So you knew the wife had to show up.
I just really wish we would have gotten a montage. You know how when there's a dead wife, there's always that.
Oh yeah, white picket fence,
baking pies and shit, just living happy.
Never seen nobody make home videos with their wife in a long time, man. I'm ready for it.
Why, if they're slowly traveling south,
the military should have gotten.
Why hasn't any? There are several Air Force military bases in the state of Florida. So they finally decide to build a barricade and finally check out to see if there's anything else going on in the building. Oh my God, Nola, you scared the shit out of me.
I don't know how your dog scares
Ain't nobody else on there.
It's literally a white dog. How does she like sneak up?
Yeah,
I didn't see her. I just felt her fur on my leg. Hey, boo. Because I'm by myself. Stop.
That dog is chaotic. A white dog that jumps in mud puddles. I don't trust anything, right?
She want to be brown like mommy. So anyway, they go check everything out, and Trey, for some reason, with the cornrows, is it the braids? I have to. So Trey ends up going down the hall by himself, and he hears someone behind a closed door, and I'm like, if the person didn't come with you down here, why would they be behind a closed door? Obviously this is one of the creatures, or something coming your way. What the hell is going on? All of a sudden he turns around and what's his name? Hunter.
Big
Hunter.
Yeah, Big Daddy Blade Hunter is behind him, and he knocks him out with the gun. And we're like,
I didn't understand this. What was the reason? Oh.
So he knocks him out and pours plasma blood on him and leaves the door open. So he wanted to attract all the zombies to one place, to bring them all in one place. I'm like, why couldn't you find like a warehouse, 18-wheeler, pour the blood in there, let them all just climb up in the 18-wheeler thing and just throw them in the river or something.
Oh my God.
Why the fuck did he have to take them into that bank that nobody knows anything about?
Well, weren't the zombies already congregating on the dead cops in front of the bench.
I thought you were about to
Yes, but they couldn't get in the building.
What?
So he
What are you
he
doing,
brought them
Pierre?
to the.
I thought you were about to say dead cocks, and I was like,
What?
Like, I don't.
Oh boy.
Call your fireman because we ain't got it for you, baby.
That
So,
was not a part of this conversation. We don't.
What do you say? Too wide of a tip for me. What do you say?
Holy shit. God damn it.
We need to talk offline.
Talk offline. Boy.
Oh, wait, y'all both need to talk offline? Wait, what's going on?
No, because what you just said,
The audience is like, whoa.
they're not gonna understand that.
They're not
reference.
gonna get that reference.
We said it. We talked about it earlier in the episode. I was talking about when he was.
We
let's
talked
talk
Oh
about-
about-
yeah,
we-
the tip.
Okay,
Yeah,
the tip. Yeah, the weight and the tip.
Yeah.
The tip.
Y'all a mess. Y'all are a
That's
mess.
that Leo over there with that bullshit.
Oh, it's getting
Okay.
close to your birthday.
It is. It is.
So that we're back in the building. So we see the zombies have eaten Trey, and they're coming. The Vambies have eaten Trey, and they're coming in the building. And Big Malcolm and Kate go into a room, and he's like, "Yeah, you know what it is." Was he trying to essay her?
Yes.
Yes. What? Yeah. He
Yes.
went full rapey all of a sudden.
Right. I was like,
Why?
It
why?
was random as hell.
Okay, no, because this was said on Twitter a while ago. Because a woman writer was like, you would be surprised how many scripts we have to reject because they always put something rapey in it. Like there's always a rape scene in a movie that does not need one. Like it
I don't
happens a lot.
understand
It
it.
didn't make
It
I don't
happens a lot.
understand it.
It happens a lot.
I thought they were kind of like lining him up to be like kind of like a secondary character. He went to the prison, he got the map and all of that. He just turned out to be a know-nothing rapist.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it just
this
you
is
would be
weird.
like you would literally be surprised. Like there are rape scenes in movies you wouldn't even expect. Like
Yeah. So anyway, they go into a conference room and the zombies are in there having a meeting, and they get him. They bite his ass. They eat him up. So he's
Get him up.
dead. And Kate's like, "Hey, come in here!" Blah, blah, blah. And they all run in there, and Hunter shoots the zombies down. And then now we know that Malcolm is a zombie, and Ski cannot kill the love of his life. He's like, "Man, I can't do that. It's my homeboy." I mean, he wanted to say lover, but he says homeboy.
I hate you.
So then Malcolm jumps back up, tries to bite him. And then he's like, "Yeah."
Well, the guy
Adios,
Blade shoots him in the eye, and then he walks up. What does he say?
I
What's
don't
his
know. I just
line
said
to him?
adios, motherfucker. I don't remember.
He's like, take this shit, homie. Like this one last thrust inside of him. That's what he was like. Take this shit, like something like weird. I was like, why would you say that?
One less.
Smoke that motherfucker like it ain't no thing. And
Hey yo.
I got that fire. Holla at Lil Wody if you want that Oscar Mayer. So anyway, so
L-O-G-N-A.
so now we see how to kill the zombies. So
We kind of already knew he told us how.
Hunter tries to shoot. So back to Malcolm. Let's go back real quick. So Hunter tries to shoot Malcolm in the head,
Mhm.
and it doesn't work. So he shoots him in the heart. So
But he
it
tells
is
them that
definite-
earlier. He tells
But it's
them that
definitely zombie vampire lore in that blender. I just wanted to just reiterate that.
yeah,
Like, I know.
because you kill zombies by shooting them in the head, right?
Yes.
And then okay,
And you kill vampires by
Mhm.
staking them in the heart.
right.
Does it have to be wood? Can it be metal? Or just anything piercing the heart?
Well, I know it can be silver. Well, see, I don't know vampire lore because it depends.
Silver
If you're
is
talking
for
about the
werewolves.
originals, yeah, okay, but silver hurts the vampires in True Blood. That's why I said that. But then
You
in
know
the
what?
originals,
It's too convoluted.
in the originals, you can stab a vampire with anything and they'll just die for a little bit, but they'll wake back up.
Inconclusive.
Yeah.
So so anyway, Rich's dumb ass leaves out of his safe area and goes upstairs. I don't know what he's doing, why he's going up the stairs. Bitch, he gets cornered. There's Bambi's at the top, Bambi's at the bottom.
That was hard to watch because he like cowered first, like, and then
He was like,
you,
"Oh Father,
you didn't-
thou who
yeah,
art in
and then you
heaven,
didn't
hallowed
hear
be thy
anything.
name."
So I was like, maybe it's just gonna be like Kate and them, and then
You
they
think
come
he-
up when
You think he prayed him away?
yes, like homosexuality, and so they come and they eat.
Give me 10 Hail Marys, please. So he did, and they're back. So Ski, Kate, Hunter, and
We should be pouring that
Jackson,
drink.
they're sitting
alcoholic.
there arguing,
Yep.
and the elevator dings. And it takes so long for the elevator to open, and they all have their guns out. They're ready to shoot because they think Bambies can use elevators.
Stop pulling
And
your gun
it
out like that.
dings. Oh, should I hold it like this?
Why are you holding your wrist? Just thank you. Now
Have you ever shot a gun before?
Never.
I don't like it.
I have. So
it scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it was a lot. I knew this.
I was like,
guy.
they don't make this. They don't do this reaction in the movies. They just make it seem like it's a smooth transition.
No, and then the noise. That's why, like, when you shoot them for real and you hear the sounds that they make in movies, you're like, this is too much because they don't sound like that. Anyway, so they open the door, the elevator dings, and they're like, oh, it's just Rich. But Rich is like looking.
That
down,
was hilarious.
Like
that was funny.
Like he's about to start the Thriller dance. Like.
That was unnecessary.
They knew he was a zombie. Anyway, we're almost done, guys. Calm down. So,
it was that. Yeah, it was unnecessary though, because I think didn't they just shoot the elevator? It was
they shoot him like 35 times.
That was
like,
such a waste of bullets that they don't have. I know they
could have been one shot to the heart. Yeah. One shot to the heart. That's all they
shot him like he was Mickey.
Have you guys ever seen the first RoboCop?
Scream 2.
Oh. Yo, watching that as an adult, it's painful. They shoot the fuck out of him.
In RoboCop?
Yeah.
One
of like the businessmen at the beginning. Yeah, it was like gratuitous. They just like went crazy.
It was like they were trying to make him look like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. That's what they were doing.
It's a lot
in this movie.
Yeah. So Skeet. If she would have threw them tapes out. So Ski says, you know what? I'm getting the fuck out of here.
That was unnecessary.
He said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He grabs the 3 bags, a gun, and a prayer. Because he's like, yeah, I'm out of here. He goes again out the front door, and the zombies are automatically by the front door. Like, how are you gonna? It's hundreds of them, baby. What do you? How?
It was dumb. He's weighing himself down with the bags of money.
He took the Averex off. Because you guys should have.
I wasn't gonna mention it, and now that you have mentioned it.
But wait, he had he had his tank on too at the end.
Was that a tank? It looked so ugly.
It was one of them G-Unit tanks with the color on the on the armpit side. You know what I mean? On the tank side.
It pissed me off.
Yes, very thick straps.
He only had 2 guns, and it was a million zombies outside.
He does not plan. We've known this from the beginning. He does not plan. And then so now they're overtaken by the creatures. Everybody coming in. They coming up the escalator that was not working when they walked up it, but then it was working when the zombies came in. So they're because
they turned it up. They one of them is a mechanic, so he fixed it.
Yeah, that's why they turned the air back on. So he was like, pow, 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 pow. So they're shooting up all the zombies. They run out of guns. Then they start stabbing. Then they start stabbing them. They start stabbing them.
This part pissed me off. There's no way. There is no way. You can't do that in Resident Evil. There's no way. In Resident Evil, when you run out of bullets and they only have that knife, it's over with. You know it's over with. Like, there's no way. There's no way they survive that.
You have to cut the head off.
There are too many of them. They're just strategically, they're outnumbered.
But everybody's a great shot. They don't miss. And then Big Daddy, so sometimes they're shooting them in the heart, sometimes they shoot them like in the shoulder and they go down, and maybe in the leg and they fall down. It doesn't matter at this point. It's all Redcon at this point. So Big Daddy.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, what's his name? Ski, Joe Morton. How did he survive?
Man,
they were clear
because he lit him on. He lit him on fire like old girl from Hollow Man, and so
I don't know, guys. So anyway, Big Daddy Blade turns. And he's like, "Oh shit, Heather." I don't know what her name was. Laura.
Maxine?
And it's his wife, and she's looking all nice and innocent, and then she's like, and she's able to fucking kill him,
like Abigail. So
why was she able to kill him? Why did he let his guard down? He knew she was dead already.
He literally told us
of his life.
If Rose can throw Jack up off that damn thing, you could have popped her in the head. I'm sorry. You would have been dead as a doornail.
I don't know. I don't know. So it's a big ass melee. They kill Hunter, and then all of a sudden Ski pops back in and kills the rest of the zombies. Did you guys see that the kid from the gas station was there too? The gas station attendant was there.
No.
I said he walked down the street.
Come on, man. I wasn't tracking.
I said, how far did Bone drive?
They had a lot of kids in the crowd. I was like, oh my God.
They went out to the neighborhood and said, hey, tell your mama to put some zombie makeup on you and come get in this movie.
Like, what was like the canvas for extras in 2007 for this god awful movie? Because there was a lot of zombies in that goddamn bank at the end.
It was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you know anybody from Wilmington, North Carolina, ask them if they went on the set for Dead Heist in 2007.
I know plenty of people in North Carolina looking for. Anyway,
oh my God, it all ties back to Petey Pablo. So then the three of them leave the bank.
Wait.
And
what?
I want to go home.
But you are home. So the three of them leave the bank, and I guess Kate is just like, well, I guess I'm gonna take this money and head out with y'all.
Like, I didn't understand this ending because now they friends. They cracking jokes and shit, walking off into the sunset.
Yeah. We just need the sun to come out.
Also, did y'all
I want to
notice
see one of them motherfuckers burn?
That the blood was like jam? It had like chunks of strawberries and shit in it. Nobody noticed that.
I thought it was a little thick, but not like jam strawberry thick.
It looked like chunks of strawberry. Ooh, a bird. It looks like chunks of strawberry and
ketchup. Just like my mom puts on her spaghetti, baby.
I knew you were gonna.
Oh no.
So now, I mean, the good thing is they don't have to split the money 5 ways. It's just going 2 ways between Jackson and Ski, and then the 10% to Hustle. Oh, I guess maybe they're giving Kate a cut. I don't know.
Maybe she's dating Jackson now. That's her man.
Not that I was putting any stock in this movie, but I was anticipating like a Bone Crusher E40 pull up with like the fucking arsenal.
Oh, you wanted them to pull up like at the end of From Dusk
Oh my God, the birds are fucking. I'm sorry.
What?
The birds are fucking on my balcony. Oh my God, I've never seen birds do that.
Okay.
Are you jealous?
Off the rails. Oh wow. Whoa.
Oh my God, like he's. Oh my God. Okay, come on, because he's like on top of her.
Turn the camera around. We want to see.
Yeah. What do we have? Stop talking.
They're gonna be done by the time you turn it around.
Okay, yeah. Well, he keeps stopping and then coming back. I don't know.
You know, the worst thing
that's
I ever
when you
saw.
You gotta fake the pump for a little bit before you. Never mind.
The worst thing I ever saw in my life. There were 2 squirrels getting it on the ground, on the concrete.
Missionary.
And I was walking Nola, and there were 2 squirrels in the road. So I'm on the sidewalk, and they're in the middle of the road. And I'm like, hey, get out of the road. This car comes, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to make noise to get him off. The guy jumps off and runs, and the woman gets smushed. The girl squirrel gets smushed. I was so upset. We turned around. I turned around and went back home. You left her.
He left us.
He didn't even try to pick her up.
I mean,
I was so upset. And then when I left
why die with her
that day, I saw her little smush body. I saw her little smush body.
Yeah.
Fuck her. Anyway, so that's the end of Dead Heist.
Okay.
Thank God.
So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10, only because of E40's classic lines. I don't give a hell. I don't care what you guys say. Do what you want. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
Because because Jackson, DJ Naylor, he was acting his ass off, and he deserves some kind of recognition.
Okay.
I'm not giving DJ Naylor any credit for this fucking dumpster fire of a movie. I'm gonna give it a dog shit Jones rating. This was just
0?
Garbage. 0. It's gotta be. We're not doing this.
Well then.
We didn't see it. Didn't even. There was 20 minutes left before DJ Blade got to or what do we call him?
Big Daddy Blade.
Big Daddy Blade. Before Big Daddy Blade arrived to the scene. It's just not good. It's not. I'm sorry.
This movie is why they keep they keep rewriting the Blade movie. Because I'm just.
You guys don't believe in me.
You can do better.
You have much better taste in this movie.
All right, so that'll do it for Dead Heist 2007. Please be sure to follow us next week while we review X. Okay, I'm done.
Where did you hide it, Dan?